Okay, now it's recording. All right. We're on. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Podcast. And today I have a very lovely guest that I've done food reviews with before.
It's me again.
And we've just done one food review.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're like food reviews.
But we've been friends. We've been kicking it on IG as friends for a while. Do you remember how we met? No?
How we met?
Yeah.
Like for the first time ever?
Mm.
Yes, at Thrift Social.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. What's up with your friend? Where is she, by the way?
Brenda?
Haven't seen her in a while.
Shout out to B-Bits.
Yeah.
She's doing her master's. She's doing her master's in law at Penn State.
Jesus.
Yeah, brilliant girl.
Yeah. So you want to introduce yourself? What do you do? What's your name? What do you do? Where can people find you? Before I go on with like the hard topics and the questions that I have prepped for you.
Okay, my name is Patricia Rotich.
Yeah.
And I am... What do I do? I'm in law school. I'm in my last semester of law school.
Talking to a lawyer.
Yes, as in training.
Yeah.
Soon to be.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But you want to practice it though, right? Or are you doing it because your parents want you to do it?
No, I definitely want to practice it.
You want to practice?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What kind of law?
I'm not like very like focused on like one kind of law. I'm open, I guess, to many, but I guess my areas of interest probably like alternative dispute resolution, intellectual property. You know.
Would you represent someone like R. Kelly?
No.
What?
You represent him in what? In his
yeah, but you just said you're open
cases.
to. Yeah.
No.
Why?
Because I'm a feminist.
All right. So you already know what the first topic is going to be.
That was like that was a leading question.
Of course. You know where this is going. So yeah, she's on her last year. It's your last year.
Last semester.
Oh, sorry, last semester.
Yeah.
How many more years to go?
Well, it depends.
A couple of years, perhaps, right?
Yeah, I mean, I want to do, God willing.
Yeah.
I'll do a master's. If I don't, I'll go to KSL. So
I hear it's like the hardest stage to go through.
Yeah. Like, I've spoken to, like so many people who are in KSL, and not one person has told me that they're fine, like it's okay. Everyone is just like, it's terrible.
It's
like,
crazy,
it's
yeah? Is it because the system is outdated or?
I don't know. I mean, the Kenya School of Law has many controversies. Like, there's...
Listen. You're a practicing lawyer. You're about to start practicing, so let me just tell you. No. Let me just say this, because we're going to post this online. So don't say anything that will make Kenya School of Law not take you in, right?
Jesus. No, but that would be discriminatory.
No, okay. So you know your rights and stuff. I'm just here saying, after a few years you'll be calling me like, you need to take that
like
video.
There's controversy, like there's rumors that go around that like KSL purposely fails students.
Why?
I don't know, to like narrow down the job market or to make more money, because apparently like resitting exams is expensive.
Oh yeah, but it makes sense though. It's business for them.
And they're the only school that offers that attorney training program. So if you want to be a lawyer in Kenya, you don't have an option. Yeah. If there was like another institution, like maybe like a university, I think I know Strathmore has been trying to like offer the same program,
but
I don't know what's going on with that. But you see, if there was an option, I feel like then maybe things would be a bit better. But
so are you saying like if I have like enough cash, if I go there and I'm practicing, it's an easier way I can buy?
Apparently, I'm not sure if that's true, but apparently
a lot of people, those are the rumors.
Those are the rumors. Like if you have, connections in the legal industry, if you know like any prominent lawyers or, judges, like lecturers at KSL, then you'll be fine, more or less, because all it takes is like your dad or your uncle to call someone.
Yeah, my kid is done.
Yeah, like someone's coming to KSL and you already know like you'll be fine. You pass the bar. But if you don't...
So you wouldn't do that if like your dad had connections? Would it be against your morals as a feminist?
Okay, it wouldn't be against my morals as a feminist, maybe as a human being.
But when they're like 21st century, it's like by all means necessary. Like you have to get what you want to get. I mean, if that's what people are doing and they're practicing it in a good way once they're in that position, I mean...
But you see that
judges have been like, sorry to interrupt you, just finish here.
But you see, I feel like that's extremely unfair because now you only end up with professionals from like a majority of very successful or prominent professionals are from one walk of life. Yeah. Like from people who had the means to succeed in that profession, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then now how can they relate or understand like the rest of the country? You see what do you see what I'm trying to say?
I know.
Yeah, like it becomes it's not fair. And we live in a capitalist country. Like it's supposed to be everyone for themselves. Yeah. So
it's been like that for for a while. It's been like that for a while.
What?
In all the job markets though.
Yes.
Like if you know someone because
connect.
Even now we were just talking about like journalism in one of the recent podcasts, and we're talking about how it's gotten to a point where I think journalism would be considered like the lowest hanging fruit. Because like, really? do you really need papers to be a journalist?
To be a journalist.
Right, aren't all the celebrities journalists now?
Oh my gosh, that's true. I had a conversation with one of my friends
that are getting
about a particular radio station. I don't know if I can mention them.
You can mention them.
Yeah.
This is a podcast.
NRG.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
NRG radio.
Yeah.
Yo, every single like radio host or whoever works there, like all of them are just social media, Instagram influencers.
Yeah, but
I was like, what?
But here's the thing: if they're bringing in like the numbers that you want, it is working for the market, right?
It's working for you, but
I mean, so if Daystar is releasing a bunch of like 5,000 or 10,000 students who've graduated, and then USIU does like how many? I don't know even how the numbers work. Probably 5,000 or 10,000 students. Where are they going to get the jobs from?
Exactly. You see?
But I mean, like for energy, that's just a strategy. And if you think about it, isn't it working for them?
Yeah, it's working for them, and that's fine. But like, is it fair?
I'll tell you.
Is the question.
Okay,
I don't mind bringing on like, okay, fine, bring on like, maybe do like a show with a social media influencer, fine, or like something like that. You know, I don't mind that. Yeah. But like, almost everyone.
Yeah.
You gave all your jobs, all of them.
Yeah.
And then even Capital.
Yeah.
FM.
Yeah.
There's a time they were doing this like interview thing. Yeah. They were asking people to send videos for this like new show or something.
Yeah.
And then they ended up picking Anita Nderu and she was the judge. And it's like, it's just because she's Anita Nderu.
Yeah.
So what happens to other talented Kenyans who...
build your social media fan base. I tell you right now, if somebody needs me in the radio, TV, they'd have to cut a check. Probably for 3 of their presenters though. Yeah. No, but I'm just saying it might seem unfair, but that's what the market is demanding for. Go to social media. Those are the people who are connect. People want to connect to those people that they're seeing online.
On social media.
So think about it this way. What would make you watch news? Do you watch news? Do you watch TV?
I watch news sometimes. Yeah.
Okay. Any particular one person that intrigues you to go and watch the news?
No.
Exactly. NRG, any particular people that would make the kids tune in and listen to what they're saying or convey a message, advertise a product?
I mean, yeah, but I personally don't listen to NRG.
Really?
No.
Why not?
I tried to listen to like one show once, and...
Whose show? Whose show?
Why do you... Whoa, I know it's 2019, but don't make enemies.
Yeah. Let's not do that. But I have a couple of peeps.
I listened
my peeps there.
Yeah.
So I mean, the people that I was grinding with them on the side. So I give, of course, love and respect to them because I see it's growth for them. They need that platform, but I don't think it's the place that you should stick there for long. Like I think independence on an online platform is where the future is.
It's better.
It's better. It's better because if that's the era that we're going towards, that's way better. You don't need to cut me a check to clock in 8 to 5 to do that. I can do that. It's the same way we're doing this.
True.
Okay, so let's just give those guys a break and move on to a topic that we know that were meant to be discussed, right? No, we're just talking about the job market and stuff, right? So let's go back to you. I just want to know more about you because, we see you on social media, or people who see you on social media, they don't hear you talking. They don't know what kind of person you are. And like my podcast is all about that. I just want to bring people out who like maybe I see you expressing yourself a lot on Insta stories about feminism, about, girl child, about just a lot on, supporting like women issues and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I can see that you feel really strongly about that.
Yes.
So, I mean, let's just chop it down on that.
Okay.
I mean, on your Instagram bio, it says there's a rainbow and then it says feminism propaganda. When I saw that, I was like, okay, the rainbow. So is she a lesbian who likes feminism propaganda? Because I'm like, oh shit, like this is like even the wrong person to have a conversation with and say something bad that might just offend anyone. Like, it seems like you're either too sensitive about the issue but somebody wouldn't know. Like, what's that all about? I don't know.
Too sensitive.
No, I'm not saying that you're too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying from an outsider who comes to your bio, they wouldn't know what that means. Like me, I didn't know before I reached out to you for like the review that we did.
Okay, so I guess like, my Instagram, like I make a lot of jokes and like I make fun and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so the rainbow, I just like rainbows, to be honest. Not like
you like Tekashi 69? I like him, but I wouldn't put a rainbow on my bio because it might send out the wrong message.
I wouldn't say I like him. It's not a wrong message.
No, I'm just saying. No, there are some people I know who put it there because they just already tell you what they're about. Yeah, and then it's easy for people who can just come in that platform, relate to you, like, and identify, like, okay, this is my peeps. We already have this in common. We can have this discussion and so. But you wouldn't want to make a joke that would offend that person because you already know, like, okay, sir, this is my movement, and it's just complicated. Let me just say that.
Okay, well, I guess it's not supposed to be that serious. Like, the rainbow is just genuinely because I like rainbows, and like a rainbow is just always like it comes after like the rain.
After the rain. Yeah.
So it's like a cute little positive metaphor. and then feminist propaganda is just because the reason propaganda is there is because I'm a feminist. On my page, if you follow me, like, you'll see a lot of feminist stuff, especially like on my stories. I follow so many feminist, women that I look up to. I don't think I follow any feminist men, but not in a bad way. I've never found them.
No, it's the way you've said it.
So anyway, so not the propaganda is because when you like express your feminism a lot, people like to try and like label it as like you're pushing an agenda, like you're pushing the agenda of like women are better than men. You know what I mean? Like, that's why
there's always that saying that feminists use that,
that women are better.
No, what a man can do,
a woman can do better.
Yeah.
It's actually what a man can do, a woman can do bleeding.
Oh, okay. I get you.
Fact.
I get you. Not true. But what's feminism to you?
Okay.
So on this title, I can call you like a strong feminist or just a feminist.
I think you can call me a feminist.
Okay. So what's a feminist? Because to me, like right now, I'm not even sure what it is. I just have bits of.
Okay. Yeah. So.
From your definition.
Feminism.
Yeah.
To me, I would simply just like define it as like feminism as like a concept. I would define it. Actually, I can borrow from Chimamanda Adichie. She's an author and like she's a great author and she's a feminist. Anyway, she was on the Beyonce song. The what's the name of that song?
Which one?
You know that song where there's like a Nigerian lady giving like a feminist speech. It's not flawless. No, it is.
I really don't pay attention to feminists.
You don't. You listen to Beyonce. Everyone knows the song.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not saying it in a bad way. It's because I still don't understand what it is, and it's all over the place. Like, right, Amber Rose is a feminist, right?
Yeah, she is.
Okay. You support her movement?
Wait, let me define it first.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so
before
anyway,
we go to the slut walk and everything, right?
Yeah. So Chimamanda defined it in a TED talk.
Yeah.
And in a book, which she got, like, it's basically a TED talk turned into a book.
Yeah.
And she said that feminism is the social, political, and economic equality of the sexes, which I think is just a very, like, umbrella definition of what it is. And I think, like, beyond that, being feminist is, to me, just, like, acknowledging and accepting the social, political, and economic difficulties that women throughout history have suffered disproportionately to men because they are women.
So, but that's in relation to history or what's even current?
Throughout history and currently.
Do you think women are still being oppressed right now, like in this country?
Yes, in
what ways?
In different ways.
I think like women are getting like all the opportunities like right now. Like when people are crying boy child, like it's not even funny anymore. Have you seen like the depression rate of guys like in this country right now skyrocket high? And you know that, right?
And do you know why? Even when we look at when you're looking at feminism, you cannot. I don't think you can look at feminism. Because
feminists are all about like, even now in Nairobi, it's all like Kenyan men are trash, niggas ain't shit. That's just the whole theme and climate that's going around. And a lot of people now, guys feel like they're not really good enough for like they're women.
But you see, that's not the like when you talk about even like the depression rate in men. I know even like suicide rates in men are way higher.
Yeah.
Men are more likely, but that's not because of women. That's because
of feminists.
No, it's not because of feminists. It's because of patriarchy. Men also suffer. You know, I think that's another thing that is excluded when you talk about feminism.
Do you want to define patriarchy for my straight people who don't know what that means?
Okay, patriarchy is just basically...
And please use a language that they would understand, like not like the way you define feminism. And now people still have to go to the dictionary to find all the words that you used. Please, break it down in a very simple way that people can understand. What's patriarchy?
Okay, patriarchy simply is just... it's just, let me say... how do I put this simply? Like... okay, let me just say it like this, yeah? For a very long time... men have been in every public space by themselves, like they have excluded women. When you look at professional careers, it's always been men who've dominated. When you look at like parliament, governance, it's always been men who've dominated positions of leadership, even in religious, like in the religious sect. When you look at the leadership there, it's always men who've dominated.
What?
Yeah, they have.
I do videos for this lady pastor who's like really doing it big in the game.
Yeah, that's one lady pastor, but if you look at if you look at
do you
history,
think it's 'cause
for a very long time, the world has almost, the public, let me say, the public sphere, like the world in terms of like public spaces. When I say public spaces, I mean your profession, the legal space, the political space, economic spaces. Those have been dominated by men, and that is what patriarchy is. It's just like an institutionalized, like, male dominance.
True, but that's, I would say that was in the past, because like right now, would you still say it's the same thing?
We've not even achieved our 2/3 gender rule. It was put in the constitution 10 years ago.
Because like now, if you go in lots of offices or even job opportunities, it's just women.
But look like at the people in leadership. You're telling me,
I think it's just
John, you truly and honestly think this country is led by women?
A lot of them.
Oh my gosh.
I'll tell you why.
We live in two different countries.
No, I'll tell you why. Most of my paychecks come from women. Because I think it's just a delusion that people have, and they say like, no, like women are really doing it big.
Women are, I'm not saying that they're not. I'm not saying that they're not.
Better than even guys. Maybe it's just because they are. And plus, I think they don't maybe want to be in that space. Because if they want to, you'll definitely be there.
Who?
If you want to be in like that certain position where like you're taking like all the responsibilities. Because certain positions come with all these responsibilities. And I think maybe just...
You think women just don't want to be in positions of leadership? A good
example, we had the terror attack like recently, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, I didn't see any women officers in the line of fire. I didn't even see one.
You think that our military is led by women? I
mean, don't they exist?
They exist.
Even private licensed gun holders.
Okay, let me ask you. Even let's even talk about that example you've given. Yeah. Even in such a situation, it's not on a voluntary basis. They don't come and they're like, oh, who wants to go defend people today? And you're like, oh, me. No, see, they're selected.
No, listen.
So you
not
should
even
look
about
at
that selection.
How did we end up with only men at the front line?
Listen, it's cause. Like even like
it's not because women were like
there are those like fast responders to the situation. Like you just hear walkie-talkie like, yo, there's a problem at Riverside, blah blah blah. Like, and people,
fast
everybody was just
and the
you're telling me there are no women who had like that message, like, yo, there's something going down at Riverside. Like, let's just go there. Are you talking about
fast responders, or you're talking about?
Okay, just in general, like
even fast responders. You mean like the civilians?
Yeah, it was men though.
Yeah, which women are trained with guns in country? That's not a popular thing.
You don't have to. I mean, wouldn't you want to be in that situation?
You have to.
And for protect your men?
You have to. But for you to put yourself in a position where you're saving other people's life, you have to be trained in some sort of like defense. You have to know how to use a gun. Otherwise, you yourself will hurt yourself. You'll hurt people. I would have loved to help, but I don't have the the intelligence in that area go and help.
Helping is just dragging someone, like instinct. Just try and think about it this way. That. You'd see like
you would cause so much chaos. Like, seriously.
No, but did you see like a lot of just people like just playing civilians who were just coming to like give a helping hand and pulling people out and stuff? I didn't see any women there trying to...
Okay, the ones who are like help.
The one I know who was there, and listen.
The one who was serving tea.
You see?
Yeah, the lady who was serving tea.
Yeah, and then she might be bashed because now people will be like, oh no, now you're trying to say like the woman, all they can do is
but
just...
you see, even that...
But you see, like even for her, she was like, okay, I can't do this, but if I do this as a woman, I am still contributing.
So you've said that if I can't do this.
Listen, you see the way Kwanzaa, you've just already changed your face.
I'm saying.
But of course she couldn't, even with her age.
Why?
She couldn't, like her age.
Okay, but why do you think women can't?
I just think...
let's not even use the word can't. Why do you think women didn't?
We're just wired differently.
You're not wired. You're socially constructed differently. Let me tell you, you grow up as a woman. Yes, you grow up as a woman thinking that fighting is for men. You're discouraged from when you're very young to be rough and stuff like that.
Women shouldn't. You know why?
You think those ideas you think they'll go away when you're an adult? Of course, now by the time you're 40, you can't fight. You can't save someone else. You don't know how to use a gun. You don't know how to respond in any like emergency situation because your whole life
True.
It's been your dad or your brother or your husband. You see what I mean? And that is an idea that feminism is trying to deconstruct. Feminism is now saying, look, it doesn't have to be like that. First of all, that's not a biological thing. That's a social thing. And if you bring up women the way you bring up men, encourage them to be in these like situations, I mean, encourage them to take up like these professions or hobbies or expertise that are supposed to be for men or traditionally for men, they thrive. And they can do it. You know, in another, you know, maybe like 50 years when we are bringing up our children, God forbid there's another attack, you will see women. I'm telling you.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying like just naturally how things happened. I mean, that was not like, you know, they just said, I don't think they said like we just want the men there.
Okay.
I'm just saying that.
For the first responders, I agree. That's true.
Like even just men who were just there like helping, like just people on the roadside and stuff, like people who were just helping out, like pulling bodies and doing all. So you've seen like the testimonials of the survivors and stuff. Like you'd hear like most stories of the men, they were like, we were trying to pull bodies, we were trying to rescue.
Yeah, you see.
We were trying to.
Yes. And because that's something that's encouraged in young boys. And you grow up knowing through adulthood that you're strong, you can protect, you can fight.
And you can provide.
You can provide. You're supposed to. You're supposed to provide. And if there's any situation, you know it's you. It's up to you. You know what I mean? If there's any like aggressive situation, you know, and for women you're brought up the opposite. So you want to tell me, how are you going to wake up one day and suddenly
hold on.
Okay, it's okay. So the idea that women are nurturing and like homemakers basically, and men are, you know, strong and the protectors and the providers, is a patriarchal idea. And if we want gender equality, we need to deconstruct it. And that's what feminism is about. Because that idea comes from, I've just talked to you about like the public sphere. I just mentioned that, That idea comes from that whole private and public sphere dynamic. Like men belong in the public sphere. That's like a professional space, a legal space, a political space, a space of leadership. And then women belong in the private sphere, which is like the family, you see. And when you separate people like that and you raise them like to believe that that's how they are,
this is how it's supposed to be,
then they become adults who genuinely think, and my husband, who, you know, those people who are like, oh, my husband's so nice, he babysat he was babysitting for me today. And I'm like, you can't babysit your own kids. Those are your children. It's not babysitting. You're not helping.
You're making time for your kids.
You're supposed, yes.
You're supposed to. It shouldn't be like a job. It shouldn't be like a job.
Exactly. It shouldn't be like a job. And it's sad, you know.
So for you, would you want like your hubby when you're married? Mm-hmm. I'm sure it definitely.
How do you know I'm not married?
You're not married. Come on. You're not married yet. Okay, not yet. I'd have known from your Instagram. So, I mean, at least we've done like a bit of definition about that. And, you know, we have a segment that we're going to do like 1.5 hours. So I just want us to jump through a few different topics.
Okay.
And, you know, we see where it goes. What you want to talk about, what you don't want to talk about. Look at you trying to look at my notes. Oh, hell no. Steal. That's not going to work. Okay, so let's talk about these. Should we talk about the R. Kelly thing? What do you think? What are your thoughts about that? Because it's going to go in relation to what... what's that? It's like...
Disgust.
Disgust?
Yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. I'll tell you where it's going.
Oh, gosh.
I'll tell you where it's going. Because I have my facts.
Oh,
I have my receipts.
God. Oh, first of all.
My receipts are crazy. So, what do you think? What are your thoughts about R. Kelly?
Okay, first of all, let me just confess.
Yeah. Confess?
Yeah. I haven't
Somebody
seen...
has done...
No.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen the surviving R. Kelly.
Oh, okay.
I've just like read about it. I guess not read really, like articles
I haven't watched the documentary, just two snippets.
I haven't watched either. I've just seen like conversations online, whatever.
Okay.
So, I guess
tell me your thoughts.
My thoughts.
Yeah, I can see the frustration.
Okay, I think the main opinion that I have is just like people's reaction, especially like black men.
Yeah.
Black men's reaction to the R. Kelly thing is like, oh, but it's not just R. Kelly. If you're gonna be dragging R. Kelly, then keep the same energy about Michael. And then there's that. And then there's also I separate the artist from what? From the artistry? From the art?
From the art, from like the personal...
Yes, I separate the artist from the art.
I can do that as well.
Okay.
I can, because listen, if you know, before all this controversy, like if you knew R. Kelly's
been controversial. Are you serious?
No, true. Okay,
he was peeing on people.
Okay, true that.
This nigga has.
But what about his music though?
First of all, imagine, honestly,
Fiesta.
Like, I don't even remember these songs. Like, I don't miss them. There's so much good new music. It doesn't even matter. Like, we can move on. Like,
I Believe I Can Fly.
I don't give about that song anymore.
No, you can curse if you want.
I don't give a fuck about that song. Like, it was a nice song. I've listened to it a couple of times, but there's never a day where I'm sitting, I'm like, I just want to listen to some R. Kelly.
Do you know how many people he's written songs to?
Songs for
people who actually got
artists.
like Grammys and stuff. Yeah.
That's good. That has nothing to do with the conversation, though.
So if you start saying you can't separate the music from him, that means you'll also discredit all these other people who've worked with him, which will make no sense at all.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Because you have to go all out. Plus,
when you say, because you see the point of the mute R. Kelly thing is to directly punish R. Kelly.
No, let him go through the law process.
The point is not Ati, we don't want to listen to any single thing R. Kelly has ever written or sang. You know, the point is we don't want to give you personally airplay.
So you're saying about us punishing R. Kelly, right?
Okay, yeah. See, that's the whole point of the.
Do you feel like we should punish him?
Honestly, the backlash he's getting, he deserves it.
Okay, so now that's a good thing, right? Because you're practicing law, right?
I knew you're gonna bring this.
Yeah. You're
practicing. Until proven innocent. Let me say this. First of all, when you look at the accusations.
There, but like men. According to you, person and law.
Let's not split hairs. Let's just be real. When you look at the accusations,
what does the law say?
When you look at
he's never been convicted of anything, right?
When you look at the accusations against men, a majority of the time, it ends up being true. So what does that say?
Listen, what do you mean? Like a majority of the time? Like do you know? Like even in Kenya, like most. Like boys lose their virginity to either house helps.
What does that have to do with R. Kelly?
No. I'm just trying to say because you've just mentioned about most of the times when men are accused, a majority of the times are. But anytime when we start talking about how men and boys get abused all the time, it's always a joke. It's always a joke.
To me, it's not.
It's not.
Me, I'm a feminist, so to me, it's not a joke.
Okay.
Definitely, it's terrible. And you see, even the fact that people take that as a joke, that's a patriarchal idea.
And now you can't keep blaming the men, men in society.
It's not men. Let me tell you, it's just patriarchy over time.
So who are we supposed to blame?
You don't look at how men suffer under the patriarchy.
Crazy. No,
toxic
it is
masculinity
crazy.
Is a thing, and it's because of patriarchy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now back to the R. Kelly thing, right? So you said, according to the law, is it right to punish him before he's proven guilty?
According to the law, you can do whatever you want on social media. So even if there's a social media movement like this, it's not illegal. If people don't like you, they don't like you.
No,
that's
but
just
according to you,
sad.
like, let's say you're a lawyer.
Let me say, if this was in court and R. Kelly was in prison currently, then I would say that's wrong.
Okay. So we can't punish him.
Social
now,
media
right?
They can punish him on social media, but they can't put him in jail.
Yeah.
Before he's had
his music,
trial.
royalties and stuff away.
Before he's had trial.
Yeah.
I mean, his
many.
record labels or whoever can drop him as a policy.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
And perfectly legal.
Okay.
But like the mute R. Kelly thing, it has nothing to do with law.
Okay, then let's go to Kenya, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the age of consent in Kenya, according to the law?
Wow, I'm not even extremely sure because all I know is
that's the one thing you're supposed to know, though.
I believe it's 16, but I don't want to misquote. I believe it's 16.
The age of consent in Kenya is 16.
I believe so. Correct me if I'm wrong. Don't kill me in these comments, you guys.
Okay.
But if you are an adult and you have sexual intercourse with a person who is under 18, that is defilement.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a good thing. We're heading somewhere with this, you know.
Yeah.
You know how I am. I do my research, right? So,
oh God.
Kilifi County reported just last year 14,000 teenage pregnancies between the ages of 14 to 17. 14,000 teenage pregnancies. A majority, let's say maybe 60-70% of these teenage pregnancies, it's kids who are being one, married off, two, defiled, and three, they're just getting they're just sleeping with old people.
Yeah, like in inappropriate relationships.
It's common. So if it's 14,000 teenage pregnancies in Kilifi County, that's just pregnancies. We can say probably there's 24,000 underage girls between 13, 14, 15, 16 who are having sex with old men.
Yeah.
So R. Kelly has like maybe 20, 30. But in our country, clearly it seems like it's a normal thing.
First of all,
if you're talking of 14,000,
that is a very good point.
Yes.
Let me tell you, I feel like Kenyans
we're hypocrites, first of all.
Thank you. Kenyans get very angry about like Western issues, and I think, you know why I think it's like that? I think it's because we subconsciously idolize white people to the extent that white people and like people in the West, let me include even African Americans, to the extent that you think that there are some things they just cannot do. You know what I mean? They are so democratic. That's why whenever Trump is acting crazy, Kenyans are going wild. Yeah. And you're like, your president.
Have you seen like what's going on in a political climate?
Don't be arrested.
Yeah, listen. But let's play safe. No, not even get arrested. I don't want to.
Okay, your government. You know, some officials in your government. That's safety. In your neighboring countries. They act the same way or worse.
They act
when
crazy.
You look at like stories like R. Kelly, we're all like, I don't know if Kenyans on Twitter went crazy about it because I'm not on Twitter.
They were going crazy. It was in all radio stations, but a majority of all these people are sleeping with underage girls. Plus, let me not say a majority of them are. Let me just say in the country,
that is a fact, though.
It is a fact.
It is a fact.
But let's just say it's like a normal thing in Kenya. If we're counting 14,000 teenage pregnancies in Kilifi, 14,000 is crazy.
Crazy.
14,000, that means like probably every household has like a teenage girl who's
pregnant.
Yeah.
It's true.
And most likely they're sleeping with either like the tourists who also come, because there's some moms who are saying like, our kids don't want to listen to us because we are poor, and if they're going out there, they're going to get money, and even some of them send their kids to go and sleep with tourists.
And sleep with them for money.
For money.
Yeah, it's money. True.
So, I mean, you need to look the situation in the country first of all. It's crazy because it's almost normal. Between 14 to 16, once you go to some other counties, it's just like a normal thing. They don't even understand what defilement is.
It's true.
Yeah. So, I mean,
it's very true. I think that hypocrisy thing is a fact. Like, Kenya, when it comes to like rape and defilement and sexual harassment, we are
on another level.
On another level, seriously. So
what do you think can be done to just make a difference? Or because like right now the social media has taken over parenting. Do you think there's any way that can be resolved, improved, reduced? Pregnancies, teenage pregnancies?
I think first of all, for pregnancies, I honestly think that we just need to have very honest conversations when we are talking to children, like when children are having their sex talks in school.
How did you manage to finish school without getting pregnant?
First of all, can you imagine that that's an achievement for a woman? Like,
yes,
that's crazy.
No, yes, cause
it's crazy.
With the numbers that I'm talking about, it is an achievement if you think about it.
Okay, well,
like your mom would be like, oof, thank God.
I went to, I will say, like a good school. I went to good schools.
Yeah.
And even the sex education that I got was, when I look back now, I'm just like, oh, it's very shallow and dishonest. You know, I learned almost nothing. I just learned, don't have sex.
Yeah, and you know it's all about educating.
We just have to be honest with girls. We have to be honest with girls. Yeah. And when we talk, when we are having conversations about sex education, we should never leave out a conversation about rape. True. Never leave out a conversation about
and I think
defilement.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's some people, like even in the rural, once you're outside Nairobi, I think there are people who don't even know if this is rape or not.
Yeah, it's true.
They think it's just normal.
Not even outside Nairobi, even in Nairobi.
I know. If you're in Nairobi and you really don't understand what rape is, that's crazy though.
You will be surprised.
But you think so?
I'll tell you. Honestly, you'll be very surprised. You know, Tell
me about it. Tell me about it. I don't know what you're talking about. Tell me about it.
You know, like there's this whole idea that like
we only
view rape in like one way. Like for an incident to be rape, it has to be like violent, and the girl has to have been like she should not have put herself in that situation. Then that's when people will be like, yeah, she was raped. But once we're talking about women who were drugged, the conversation about rape people now become like, is it really rape if she took herself to the club? Once you talk about how women dress, you know, those are the conversations that I will say men and some women deliberately use to blur out the line between what is rape and what is not.
But can we also say that, like right now, rape among adults is 50-50? Wait, hold on. Let me hold on, let me finish. I'm just saying 50-50 in the sense like I think the amount or the number of women being raped is equivalent to the number of guys being raped.
You don't have those statistics. I can tell you for
You don't think I have the receipts?
You don't. No.
You don't think I have the receipts?
That is definitely not credible. If you have the receipts, it is not from a credible source. And what? I don't think... Because even if you think about the number of cases reported for men, you can never say it's equal to women. And I know exactly. I was gonna say I know it's because men don't report it. So we can't say about the prevalence of rape amongst men.
We don't have like the patriarchy thing you're talking about, that men have been conditioned to be tough and stuff, and
it's sad.
Guys are being raped and fast.
It's true. We need to accept that.
Yeah.
As a country, we need to accept that men can suffer sexual harassment, they can suffer sexual violence. It is true. Rape, but I'm telling you, they do not suffer it in the extent that women do. Women suffer sexual abuse and harassment disproportionately to men. The people who a woman can like, oh my gosh.
Hey, listen, let it all out. It's a podcast. It's the thekisscapadespodcast. Just let it all out.
Anyway,
people will connect to what you're saying.
Men definitely suffer sexual harassment, sexual abuse, but I will tell you,
I think the numbers
for women, it is disproportionate to men, for sure.
Tell me how or why.
Women are more susceptible. Women can be raped or sexually harassed everywhere and anywhere.
And guys can't?
Guys can, but women are more susceptible. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Even if you think about just like I don't want to actually, let me not say this because
you can say that's what people will connect to, or what are you mentioning names, or what are you trying to say?
No, it's just like, anyway, just ignore that. Let me put it somewhere.
How will people connect to you?
You understand just want me what to be controversial.
No.
What I'm saying
it's
is,
just a conversation that
we're
having.
Pull up the receipts.
I'm just saying, okay, think about it this way.
No, pull up the receipts.
I want to. Just
pull it up.
Hold on. Let me just say it. Listen. How many guys have you had have been dragged in like 1 year after having or during or before sex with women?
Personally?
Yeah. Don't know any?
Not the drugged thing, but I know men who have been abused, especially as children.
Not even that as children. I'm talking about adults who they're drugged, something is put in their drink, somebody takes them home, fucks them like halfway, and then...
You know, the thing is,
they black out.
I believe that happens, but
I know at least, even in person, probably more than 50 people.
Do you know how many women I know? And this isn't a competition.
No, it's not. It's not a competition. We can't compete about, like, I know more people who've been raped.
Like,
now
it's terrible.
That's just,
But what I'm trying to tell you is, just pull up the receipt. Because that one, like, I have never seen any statistic that backs that up anywhere in the world.
Listen, I'll send you some screenshots. Let's just
he doesn't want to pull them up now because he doesn't have these stats.
No, it's just cause, like we've said, like, there's some topics that we can just touch on in bits, and then we can always do a second episode. Like, you remember, we talked about this.
But
here are my facts.
I think, like, generally, let us just say, I am so happy that we are having these conversations about what's happening to men as well.
Yeah.
And we can have them simultaneously with the conversation about women. Mm-hmm. It should never be a thing where you hear about a woman being raped and then your response is, but men are raped too. You know what I mean?
No,
it's like, you can
silly.
say that's bad. Yeah. And also when you hear about a man being raped, that's also bad.
No, people will laugh.
You know what I mean?
People will laugh.
But that
Let's
is also
be honest.
That's bad.
Yeah.
People shouldn't laugh. If you're out there and you think that rape and sexual violence and sexual abuse to men is funny, you're whack.
Oh, true.
That's
true.
what I'm gonna say.
Okay,
like, honestly, you're a bad person.
It's not a. If you just think about it, all people being victimized here, and you can't take anything for granted because you don't know the psychological impact that it can have on it can have on someone.
Dreams. Yes, that's true.
It can have on someone, so it might affect how they relate to women in the future, how they treat women in the future. It's just those two small things that
it will obviously affect your mental health, like
definitely. Okay, so we've touched on that, and I think we've talked quite a lot about R. Kelly, sexual abuse stuff, and it still always comes back to both men and women, but
it all comes down to the patriarchy.
Patriarchy. Yeah,
it's just that's just the truth.
Forgive my French. I'm learning a lot of new words today.
Yeah. So that's what it comes down to.
Let's go to more. I think more cheerful topics. After that, because it's just too much to digest. There's just too much to digest. But I know a lot of people can connect to that. And, if you think you've had anything in our discussion that, you have a difference in opinion, you can always just communicate, send it in a post.
To him.
To me, if you're a feminist.
I don't debate with people about rape and sexual abuse. Don't even try.
Yeah. It's guilty until proven innocent.
I just do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't entertain those conversations
But you understand, like, people...
You had both sides.
No, I'm just saying that you understand people have to have those discussions, because...
They do.
If you don't have the discussions, how do people understand? Because, like, even, like, right now, when we're talking about sexual harassment, how would you know? There are some people don't know what's sexual harassment to you. It can be verbal, right?
Yeah, verbal, physical.
And even like right now with the Me Too movement. Hold on. Stop making those expressions. I haven't even finished saying what I'm saying.
Topics.
Listen, it's because I'm saying
they're touchy.
You wouldn't understand. I think it gets to a place where it's confusing. You don't even understand how women want to be treated. And that's not from me. And that's not from me, because here we have the most influential people right now in social media platforms might give like diluted or just messages that might be misinterpreted.
Like what?
Here Cardi B talking about call me a bad bitch, whatever. What do you mean?
Calling someone a bad bitch isn't sexual harassment.
What?
It's insulting.
Aren't you the one who said like, oh, it's insulting?
Yeah, like there's a difference between insulting someone and like sexually harassing them.
Bad bitch is like an empowerment. What that Amber Rose, Cardi B, and who else say like that's. They're taking power.
You said bad bitch. Oh, I just had bitch, and I was like.
No. I said bad bitch.
Sorry, I'm on edge.
Isn't that what like? Okay, what does a bad bitch mean? Let's just go with definitions now.
Okay,
please define.
I don't know how to define a bad bitch, but I would say it's
as
just
a feminist,
like
you don't know what to define. What?
But to me, I think it's just like it's just like as long as you're just like feeling yourself, you know, like you're hyped about yourself and you're gassed about yourself as like a woman, you're empowered in that sense. Like you're a bad bitch. Like you're in control. A bad bitch is a
woman, like empowerment.
To me, when I call myself a bad bitch, it's like.
Can someone call you that?
Yeah, like my friends. Okay. Yeah, you can call me a bad bitch.
Even if someone is not your friend.
A baddie. I mean.
What if a guy calls you a bad bitch? Oh shit.
I feel like you would be calling me a bad bitch because it's like a sexy, because you're looking at like my appearance. So we're coming about it from like different.
What do you mean? So guys can't use it?
No, I'm not saying guys can't use it, but
when would it?
For me,
that's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't feel like. I wouldn't be gassed about it. If my friend is like, hey, you're looking like a bad bitch, I'll be like, whoa. But if a guy is like, oh, you're looking like a bad bitch, I'll just be like, okay, thanks, bye. Like you're not gassing me.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. There's a very thin line, because now the messages are just being, I don't know.
But what does that have to do with me too?
Listen, because we're heading there. We have to, I have to like just introduce this subject just slowly. Because I don't want to just jump into the main debate and then, you haven't like touched on the little basis.
Your timer is going off.
Okay, so that means we have, yeah, it's almost there. So, I was saying about how we don't know like what you can say in this like climate right now with the Me Too movement and stuff. As guys, isn't it a bit tricky to know? Listen, don't roll your eyes first, just chill. It gets to be a bit tricky to know what you're supposed to say to a girl or a lady or a woman in a flirtatious way without offending her.
Okay, first of all, there's a I don't know why. I don't know why. Let me tell you something.
Like, listen, we're just having a discussion.
Yeah, we are.
Am I offending you?
No, you're not offending me, but it's just like very.
Remember, it's just a topic. We're just discussing because.
Okay, but it's real life still.
Yeah, I know.
But you're not offending me. It's just like something I have heard, over and over, and to me it's just like, ugh.
No, but you have to realize, like for me, I know, but we have to have the discussion for other people to understand, like where these people coming from.
Okay, the thing is, I feel like men deliberately pretend that the line between sexual harassment and flirting is just so blurred now because all you women are like me too, and it's like that's not true. There's a clear distinction, and you know what that line is?
Yeah,
it's called discomfort.
Okay,
it's called discomfort. Once a woman is uncomfortable, you're not flirting with her. Flirting is a two-way thing. Like, I'm feeling your vibes, you're giving me flirtatious vibes, I'm receiving them, I am feeling them. My body language is like, you know what I mean? The things I'm telling, like, I am not uncomfortable. But if you are stalking a woman on the street, just calling after her, and she is not responding, she's walking away very quickly from you. What?
No, listen.
There's a difference.
Don't get too heated. I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying, don't you have like those friends who are like, I like a guy to pursue me, not to stop, just keep pursuing me. I know I'm playing hard to get, but just keep pursuing me.
But you can always tell when someone is playing hard to get and when they are uncomfortable. and genuinely
how can
uncomfortable.
you tell if, like, let's say you're in a club, right? You're having drinks and stuff. You're trying maybe to pick up a girl, right? Like, you've seen, like, she's pretty and stuff. There's some nice music and stuff. Is it okay for you to go and just start dancing with her? Or do you need to, excuse me, miss? We're talking like it's dance all, it's proper, it's chance here, like, her track.
Even, let me tell you, even the way you approach a woman to dance with her, you will tell instantly if she wants to dance with you or not. Like for me, if you come up to me and like you're not gonna ask, but you're just coming and you're just like, you'll see, like if I'm looking at you back and I'm, dancing along with you, then like, I'm feeling it. But if you come, I'm looking at you and I'm looking at you in disgust and you are still coming, are you sick? And then you go on social media and you tweet, but
listen, maybe I'm like, hey, okay, I don't know if it's just like, is it
no.
Like, what do you call those faces when you're dancing and you're putting on like a mean face when you're dancing? What do you call it?
There's nothing like that.
Listen, maybe that's what you're putting off a bit, and then somebody's like, okay, maybe she wants me to try a little bit
no,
harder.
That's ridiculous.
Or let me just keep trying, maybe she'll change her mind.
It's ridiculous. No.
So
and let me tell you,
it's
never keep trying. She will never change her mind. Like, leave women alone. That is it. If she looks like she's not feeling you, believe me, she's not feeling you. Move on.
Oh shit.
Oh, guys will say, women just need to say what they want.
I think with this climate, they really need to.
Yeah, and then the same guy will ask you out on a date, be like, oh, can I take you for lunch? And you'll be like, no. And he'll be like, oh, let me convince you. So I'm just saying, I already said what I want and you ignored it, you disregarded it.
I'm just saying, don't you think it's tricky, like right now?
It's not tricky.
Listen, because like even for me, I'll tell you why it's tricky. Because I do my Kisscapades. I don't know whether you know about the actual Kisscapades. I had to slow down with that because the climate can be like, somebody can just decide one day they want to tarnish your name. So like even nowadays, I have everything on my camera. Like, yo, we're going to party here. I like roll the camera. I need to have the receipts. I just need to show, like, do you know what you're doing? Okay, so let's roll. It's just goes to
if you confirm with a woman, like, you know what I mean?
I'll tell you,
obviously
some funny situations, like, like when I'm going around, I'm at a good event, right? I'm doing my Kisscapades and stuff. I'm collecting kisses here, just on the cheek, lightly, like maybe 10, 15.
Do you ask?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Then you're fine.
Wait, what kind of question is that? Do you mean I just go and jump on people?
Because you're like we have to keep the camera. I'm like,
no. I'm just saying, it's nice to have the camera there because it shows like what I'm doing.
What you do, so people don't assume things about you.
So that they don't assume other things. And I'm just saying, like, I have to ask, and in certain situations, do you want a refill?
I don't know. Maybe I should have something else.
Okay, what do you want to have? Can I have that? Yeah.
Can I just have the menu again? Yeah, please.
So I was saying that I've been in situations where, like, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm doing, this project, so and so. So I'm collecting kisses for this, and this project. So like that sounds like fun, but listen, let me go get high and then come back.
Get high?
Yeah. Let me get drunk first and then I'll come give you
the kiss. Girl?
Yeah. No, I'm
kissing on the cheek?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But some, it depends.
Okay, but also even like a girl who's drunk.
But I'm not that.
I think you can tell like someone who knows what they're doing and they're drunk and someone who is completely out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can tell.
But that's how I like nowadays. I'm not even in a rush to do that because, I mean, it's very tricky and you have to be really observant. Because somebody might just be too intoxicated, and then that's when they're like,
you have to be really observant, aka you just have to be a human being, a normal, average human being who is observant.
Listen, but understand this. For me, like, I have to really pay extra attention.
You have to. Everyone has to pay attention.
Then again, you have to understand, like, there's some people, like, there was also like a lot of people have like, we're in an era where people are going through depression. Mm-hmm. A lot of anxiety. Mm-hmm. So there are some people who would once they're in an event or in a public space, they feel like they need to get high in order for their anxiety to like
calm down and they can socialize.
And now they can socialize. And a lot of people tend to be like slightly more high than average before they get to that comfort level.
That's
and like
fine.
I would say, it's not fine.
No, I'm saying like that's okay.
Yeah.
But there is a difference between someone who is drunk and they know what they're doing, or rather, like,
how would you know
they're drunk? I get drunk all the time. Like, okay, no, maybe I'm using the word drunk wrongly, but like I drink alcohol.
Okay, yeah.
And I will have a good time.
Yeah.
But I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
But
like,
you know what I'm talking about. Haven't you seen people like people who are drunk and then how
like
they're acting and
drunk.
then you're like, yo, bro, I mean, listen, like, yo, chick, you need to chill out. Just relax. Relax, have some water. No, I'm good.
Okay, yeah. So now you see, if someone is in that state, why would you want a kiss from them?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't. And you wouldn't see that on my pictures or my videos.
Very good, John.
7,500 kisses counting. No, but I'm just saying, I had to learn early enough that I really need to be smart with it, because
it's not even just about, it's not about being smart. I think it's just about being a decent human being.
No, true.
You know, like, it's not a game. It's just like, you don't do that to people, because you wouldn't want someone to do that to you. You wouldn't want someone to do that to people you care about. So don't do it to other people.
Oh, true. True. Okay, now, with the Kisscapades, let's move to something else.
Before people start at Twitter stop, you be like,
before you start popping
cancel.
Start popping your veins here with like what do you mean? Okay, let's talk just something slightly different. Let's touch on Kenyan music.
Kenyan music.
That's just a different. That's a different climate, and you know, people lately there's been like, you know, they play KE music.
Oh, let me tell you guys, me, I'm not on Twitter. I don't know what's happening.
You don't know about how the whole Kenyan versus Nigerian music and
people
saying they want more
Kenyan music
to be played. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's the small understanding I had of the thing.
What do you think about Kenyan music?
Kenyan music is great.
You love Kenyan music?
I love Kenyan music.
Who's your favorite Kenyan artist?
Oh wow.
Pick one.
I can't pick one. Come on.
Just
let me do a top 3.
A top 3? Okay. Do a top 3.
Top 3.
And just remember, this is a leading question. It might end up somewhere.
Okay, Nashinsky.
Okay.
Number 1.
He's like your number 1. You'd pick him to be number 1, right?
I can't pick. I'm just naming.
Okay, so let's say top 3.
Nashinsky.
Okay. Yeah.
I like. Let's see. Okay, wait. I'm really trying to like pick in my head.
No, take your time. Who else? Who are these amazing Kenyan artists that you love?
I'm really going to miss. I feel like I'm gonna say 3, and then I'm gonna have missed so many people.
Like, I just want to give a good example of why this debate was relevant.
Okay, do you know Le Band?
Yeah.
Le Band is amazing.
Okay.
I love their music.
And who else?
Okay, this one is my last choice. Obviously, I love Sauti Sol. Like, I've always loved Sauti Sol. But okay.
Do you want to add another one?
I would say, yeah. I think
so. You've picked Nyashinsky. We have Le Band, and we have Sauti Sol.
Yeah.
So let's just pick one. Let's say Le Band.
Yeah.
Or do we go with Nyashinsky?
Whichever.
Okay, so let's go with Le Band.
I knew you were gonna do that.
Okay, we go with Nyashinsky.
No, it's fine.
Let's go with Le Band.
No, let's go with Le Band.
Okay. Name at least 3 of their songs.
Na 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 na.
No. That's not what we're doing.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Move. And the one about drinking. I forgot it.
Which one?
What is the name of that song? It's like a party song. They released it like last year.
I don't know it. I know them, but I don't know it. Okay, let's go to...
Sorry, guys.
It's okay. You can apologize to them later. Okay, Nyashinsky. Any of his 2 songs?
Really? I can name 100.
Name 2.
Okay, Free.
Free?
Yeah, his recent song. And no, Cabs.
You see?
Standard ya quality.
What's that now?
You don't know that song?
That's the name of the song?
Yeah, yo, that
Standard
song.
ya quality.
I think it's called Cabs. Then in the chorus he's like, he needs standard ya quality. Cabs.
Okay, 2 songs by Sauti Sol.
Really?
I'm asking, I'll tell you why.
Is he asking? Okay.
Yeah.
Still the one, Lazizi.
Okay, so you see, at least for Sauti Sol, you can get like 2. But you see, like even from the other 2, it's like before you figure out like the name. Yes, you know the song, but the name is not like imprinted, like, or maybe even the lyrics are not like.
Yes, they are.
Are they?
Yes.
Okay. But I'm just saying the argument was
I even tell you my favorite bar.
Okay,
I tell you my favorite bar
but
that Nashinsky ever dropped that is going to become an Instagram caption.
Yeah.
By the way.
Say it.
He's like, nimewashika bila kuwavalia navy blue.
Okay, that's a punchline.
What?
That's a punchline.
He's a genius.
Yeah, he's good. But you see from the...
Okay.
Yeah, so she's just getting a coffee refill, or if it's juice.
Can I
So give her a few minutes. We'll be back.
Thank you.
Yeah, so like I was saying, the thing is like, a lot of people are saying like the music is not that impactful. It's not memorable as the
Nigerian music.
Yeah, and the reason was being that they're saying like the issue was that most radio stations and TV stations are not playing it enough.
Yeah.
Like the same way they're playing Nigerian music.
True.
But
I agree.
do you think our standards match up to Tanzanians, Nigerians, Ghanaians, and South Africans?
100%.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Even the 3 artists I've just talked about now, are you serious?
For them, they definitely push the envelope. They definitely push the envelope.
We have amazing... If you look at Blinky Bill, like our...
Blinky is definitely...
Serious, you see, like our artistry is so diverse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Kenyans are just super talented. And even... the quality is amazing. The content is amazing.
Really?
Yeah. The music I listen to, I don't know what trash Kenyan music you're listening to. But
no. Listen. I'd show you. Let me just show you. Let me pull up a video.
Maybe it's not as popular.
No.
You know, on like...
No, because those are like really established artists as well. So they've been in this game. They've learned the market.
Yeah.
Because when we talk about Sauti Sol, they've been consistent for over like 10, 12, 15 years.
Yeah. Since I was like 13.
Yeah. Like they've really been at it. Nyashinsky, the same, has always been there. He went, but studied the market and
came back with a bang.
How many people have gone to the States and then once they came back, they were like super trash?
How many?
A lot. I can't even mention the names. You want me to mention the names?
Who went? The only other artist that I know went to the States is the Longomba boys. What is this?
Put it close to the mic, you listen to it.
No.
But look at the video as well.
Okay, I'm just annoying you. Okay, obviously this is nonsense.
What do you mean? These are the upcoming artists. What do you mean? It's
okay, nonsense? I don't like this. Let me tell you good upcoming artists, yeah?
Yeah.
There's this guy... Yo, I have to remember this guy's name. I love this song.
Hold on.
Unacheza na nare.
This I even have to... Just put it close to the mic.
These are not upcoming artists.
Hey, what do you mean?
Who are these?
They're upcoming artists.
Let
Kenyan
me show
artists.
you. You know, now you. This is biased.
Do you like those ones?
No, let me show you.
Why not?
Let me show you, like, you know, ratchet.
Good music.
Yeah.
Ratchet good music.
Oh, I like Willie Paul.
Yeah, he has good music.
This guy called Nelly the Goon. You know who that is?
No.
He makes like parodies of like Kenyan trends.
Really?
Yeah, very cool. Like, seriously.
Okay, I'm just catching up to that.
Let me see.
Big shout out to Nelly the Goon.
Yeah, man, Nelly the Goon, you're making like ratchet lit music out here.
I just hope it's not super trash once you start playing.
Wait, let me look for like him, so that Nelly the Goon, so that you see the kind of songs he makes. You see, like he made a song like when Criminal, you know that video? Criminal was trending. He made a song and it's up.
He does like remixes and stuff.
Yeah. So like listen to this one. And he made a song called Bora Uhai.
Oh, that's him.
Now
then this is not bad.
Wait, just watch. Look at the quality of the video. And yeah, it's like ratchet because it's just like turning up, just being ridiculous, twerking. But it's a nice song.
Okay, hold on.
You see?
Okay, Nelly the Goon, definite. Oh, okay, and it's actually catchy. Okay, it's good. It's good. It's not bad music.
Exactly.
But here's the thing. Let's just
it's not
say
like substantial content, but like it's good music.
True.
Then this other one. This one is even popular.
Ooh, what's that?
A chocolate chip milkshake.
Oh.
You want to taste it?
I want to.
Yeah, sure.
Listen, I'll tell you. And you know why I liked you to come
this one is
to come to this podcast?
I don't like light milkshakes.
You want it heavier? I mean, I don't know how.
I like thick ones.
Like the ones that you have to struggle, like sucking on the straw. I don't like those ones. It's nice.
Yeah, it's because I like ice cream. Wow.
Jesus, this is too. It's the password 00.
Oh yeah.
Now everybody knows my password.
It's too thick.
Yeah, can't even pull it off the straw. So, talking of Kenyan music, I mean, like what you've just played, it's good.
You see, and that's an upcoming artist.
Yeah, okay,
I don't know.
That's definitely good. And even the views, I see his views are good. 785k.
Imagine.
That's proper. So I definitely respect that. But we also have to keep in mind that
this, I mean, seriously, like, wait. Netflix and its adverts.
So listen, like I was saying.
Wait, one more.
Okay. Which one is that?
You know the song? New position.
Okay, yeah. There was a big debate about this, guys. It's not bad. It's not bad. The argument was that we still don't have a distinct sound. That's what's the name?
Position. I always call it new position.
Their name, the artist.
Ethic.
Yeah. Okay, so they're slightly different from what people were used to, and I think if they do 10 more tracks, I can give them like much respect.
Like 10 more bangers, huh?
10 more bangers, I'll definitely say, okay,
true.
now I get where you're going, and this is definitely something that you want to do. But the 2 tracks they've done, okay, not bad so far. They've made an impact. People like the music. It's catchy. But we also have to understand, at the end of the year, we're doing like the whole African Music Awards and stuff. Like you're going up against Casper Nove.
Casper, yeah, is that how you say his name?
It's not Casper?
No, how do you say his last name?
Novest.
Oh, okay. I thought Novest, right?
Novest.
Yeah.
Right?
I think it's Novest.
There's like all these new acts. Shoma Josie is crazy. She's just started music 2 years ago.
Who's Shoma Josie?
You do not know Shoma Josie? Shame on you.
I'm exposing myself.
Sorry. Okay, we have Akina Wizkid. We have Akina Davido. I mean, all those people.
But you don't expect someone like Ethic to compete seriously with.
Why not?
Why would Ethic
Why not?
Competing with the best of the best African artists. The best of the best Kenyan artists compete with the best of the best international artists. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Not true.
Oh, I think I know the song.
You know it?
I think I just didn't know what she was called.
No, she used to come for Thrift Social when she wasn't an artist. That's 3 years ago, probably.
Kind of sounds like Mudhoni, the drama queen.
Yeah. She's actually performing at Blankets. This kind of Blankets. Yeah.
I want to go so bad.
Crazy. I know that I have to go. But yeah, so shout out to Shoma Josie. She's cool pitch as a chorus. And
I know the song, yeah.
It's nice, it's a banger. 3.4 million views. Mad respect. And she's also a friend, Loki. Make sure you call me when you're here.
Shout out.
You know these visuals,
just name dropping celebrities. Sour.
No, that's not right. But I'm just saying we're definitely going up against some hard competition towards the end of the year to just see like which country, because now if you notice a lot of people, even tourists who are going from states who are more into like the African culture and stuff, people are now going more to Ghana, Nigeria, and which other country? Mozambique. Those are the countries that are like actually inspiring people to visit Africa to learn more about their roots, especially like Black Americans, a lot of them. Because like for us, we don't like our own culture. We don't really...
That's true.
Because if you think about it, even our music emulates like a lot of other
That's
people's
true. I
music.
don't like music like that though.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was even going to say this, like you mentioned the whole one sound thing. Like I hear many Kenyans sing that and I'm like, why do you expect Kenyan music to have a sound?
Every other country does.
No, it doesn't.
Really?
No, it doesn't. Like, even Nigerian music doesn't have the same sound.
Kenyans are singing like
African
Nigerians
music
now.
Has Afrobeat. Like
we are not in the Afrobeat category.
That is a like a, what is it called? Like a common rhythm. But even if you listen to Afrobeats like Nigerian music, if you listen to Wizkid and Burna Boy, two huge artists, they don't make the same music.
It's not.
At all. Burna Boy does not make music that sounds like Wizkid's music.
So which?
Mayokun doesn't, I don't know how you say his name. He doesn't make music that sounds like either of them. You know what I mean?
If you
even if you look at American music, there's no American sound.
There is.
Even
like
with
now in the rap trend, there is like a sound that's.
But that's not American. That's not an American sound.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That's what is
true.
it? Mumble rap.
True.
It's not an American sound. You know what I mean? True. So even that expectation is a little bit weird. You Kenyans.
So you're giving them cutting them some slack.
Yeah.
But so who's going to represent us in that like place where you'd say like, you know, they're good as a Wizkid, they're good as a Davido?
Nashinsky, Sauti Soul, definitely.
You'd compare them to like Wizkid
100%.
and Davido? Okay.
I would. Especially Nashinsky. Nashinsky is immensely talented. Like,
as good as Wizkid?
The few songs he's released ever since
coming back from the States.
Ever since coming back, I'm in shock. Everything is different. It's diverse. It's just like different content.
He's
like
definitely
he's singing, he's rapping differently.
His video quality
is amazing.
Okay. And his live performance.
Yeah, and you see what I mean, like.
So let's say
other supporters of African music, like Diplo, they're recognizing that. They're like, yo, this is a real talent. And I think you can compare, for sure. Like, of course you can't compare. I'm saying like how good the music is, you can compare it. I'm not talking about sales. I'm not talking about exposure. I'm not talking about numbers.
No, we're talking about people who performed in Coachella and stuff.
Yeah.
Like even Burna Boy is doing Coachella.
Why do you think Burna Boy is doing Coachella this year?
Standards. He's very unique with his sound.
Number one, he's talented. Of course, everyone who's performing at Coachella has to be talented.
Yeah.
Number two, he has the support. Like, he's a big African artist because everyone in Africa supports him.
True.
You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying.
You think like, we support our artists like good enough?
I'll speak for myself. I do.
Do you buy any kind of music?
I don't buy music at all.
Do you know how to buy Kenyan music?
I have I have two Sauti Sol CDs.
You just said I don't buy Kenyan music at all. I don't buy music at all.
I said I don't buy music at all.
Oh, at all.
Not on this student budget, you people.
Have you paid for any of their shows?
Yes.
Yeah. It took you a minute to answer that. Yes. Okay, so at least you show some love. You've bought some 2 CDs or local music.
I was bought 4. Me, I'm a student. I don't buy anyone's music. I love Nicki Minaj. I don't buy her music. So relax. Okay. And anyway, these days, streaming counts as a sale. Streaming counts a number of streams.
Kenya though.
Yeah, but I'm saying, we're heading there like as the
with MCSK.
By the way, that was because of Nicki Minaj. Let me just drop that.
Okay.
It wasn't because of Nicki. Streams wouldn't be counted as sales.
True.
She pioneered that.
But there's an argument that Soulja Boy started that, you know.
That he made Drake.
Not just that, like actually the whole YouTube and streaming, everything.
That he invented it.
He's the first artist to be called in the YouTube offices to be told like you're the first artist that we're signing and you're gonna make money through YouTube. Plus, you know,
I feel like I loved Soulja Boy's music. I can never hate on him.
He is really good. He's
boy swag.
Hey. So yeah, we've touched on like a lot of things, just general conversations about things that are happening and stuff. So, you know, just to wrap it up, let's just do something slightly personal.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
You sure?
I'm ready.
Maybe you need to sip some more milkshake before I go ahead with this question. Okay, so let's talk about you. Like just as Patty, let's forget about the lawyer.
Oh, you said my name so nicely.
Patty. Oh, yeah.
People say Patty. And I'm always like
that burger.
Yeah, I'm always like, why are you using that accent? It's Patty.
Yeah, it's Patty. Okay, so let's just talk about you. I just saw like last week, was it like a few days ago?
Yeah.
I think you just did your first runway. Just so you doing some catwalk and stuff.
Oh, yes.
Sorry I couldn't make it to the show. I felt really bad because that was your first catwalk, right?
I don't know if it's
like
my
on
first
that kind of platform, like. Or you've just been doing this low key and.
I wouldn't say it was my. Maybe, maybe on that platform, yeah. But.
So how was that like? Do you want to shout out your friend?
Definitely.
Well, plug them in.
Okay, so if you follow me, you probably know.
Yeah.
But.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, NTT is like a apparel company in Kenya. Like they make clothes. They made some amazing custom outfit for me that I wore to Burna Boy.
Oh, that's the outfit that you rocked on the
on the catwalk. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like just a top.
Yeah, it's like it was like
and just a belt. A crop top and a belt.
It was a skirt. The thrift social
event
was athleisure.
You know me. You rocked that?
Yeah, I'm not like athletic, whatever. So I don't have any like athletic gear. Yeah. And I was looking for something like that's like athletic, but it's also like feminine because I like dresses and skirts and like girly stuff. So
plus you're a feminist,
which has nothing to do with my femininity, but yes.
Yeah.
So they came through. Yeah. So shout out to NTT Apparel on Instagram. I think the Instagram handle is NTT Clo.
I'll tag them on the like a little snippet. Yeah.
So they had their first official offline brand launch because they're an online store. Yeah. So they had the official brand launch, and it was at Andrew's Apartments. Like there's a bistro there, and it was an like amazing event. Yeah.
I saw it on the Insta stories.
Beautiful models. Like the crowd that came through was just such an amazing, diverse crowd. It was such a vibe. There was like food and drinks. It was good. It was like a good.
Do you think you'll pursue like modeling more? Or that's just a one-time thing?
Definitely
or just
a one-time
for
thing.
your friends?
Yeah.
So it's not something you consider? Because I also see on your Instagram trying to give people tips on
how... I'm not a model.
You're not?
No.
Okay.
Neither do I want to be. Unless it's like an advert and you're paying me,
Oh yeah.
I would do that.
Mm-hmm. If the numbers make sense, you can definitely do it.
I mean, I have done it.
Okay, because I've seen, let's talk about like now just, you're also strong on, what would you call it? Personal appearance. There's a whole, how would I put it? I don't know all these beauty terms.
Body positivity. Yeah.
And just being yourself, loving yourself.
Yes.
Self-awareness.
Yes.
Yeah. How important is that to you? And like even how you tell people like, if you want to gain weight, if you want to be skinny. But you're talking much about gaining weight, right?
Yeah, that's because it's like, that's what I have been trying to do.
Okay.
Like,
is there a reason? Are you feeling more comfortable?
No,
confident,
actually,
more happy?
It's just because like, definitely I am more
confident. Or is it
confident.
because like there's this whole obsession about
with being
big
thick.
asses? Yeah.
No.
Slim, thick, big,
I
thick,
think
mini,
like
whatever.
I've always been very tiny. Like throughout high school, blah blah. I was very small. I was like a size, I think at my biggest when I finished high school. No, I was a size 4.
What do you mean?
Size 4.
What's size 4? I know size 8. Size 4. So you were very
small. I liked it though. And I guess just as I grew a bit, I just wanted to add a little bit of weight, and then I decided that I want to go on like a weight gain things in like the beginning of 2016. Yeah, and I've added like about 12 kgs since then in 1.5 years.
Was there pressure? Did you feel pressure like, okay, social media? Did you feel like social media pressure?
No, it was like internal, I guess, because I just wanted to be
gain
bigger.
Weight.
Yeah, I've always been small my whole life, so I just wanted to gain weight, and I'm happy. This is my favorite body, definitely.
You want to gain some more weight, or
yeah,
you're good where you are?
I want to be a size 12.
Okay, okay. That will make you happy.
If I don't, I'll still be happy now.
Okay, so I guess we're having some serious breakfast today.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I just think
how's that important to you? Because like online now, there's a lot of body shaming. I've also seen like your posts on body shaming. People saying like
true.
if you're not... if you don't have like a tiny waist
and like
the
big
big ass. Yeah.
But you see, like the thing is like women have such different body shapes.
Yeah.
Like, for me, I never gain weight like on top. Like I have small boobs. I'm an A.
Not that I've noticed. Okay.
I'm an A. I mean, it's obvious on my chest, but like I have small boobs, and then like I gain weight around my hips. So like right now, like right now,
what are
I'm
the sizes?
a
size
on top. I'm a size 6.
Okay.
Like I would fit into a size 6 top, like a shirt. Like I wear like a small, even super small, I can still fit.
Okay.
But bottom, my jeans are like a size 10, and I have to wear a belt because my waist is small. Like my waist is 26, and then my hips are 40. So it's like
it's an hourglass. Let's talk about.
No, it's not hourglass.
It's not.
It's like this. Hourglass is both. You have both your big
hair.
And
your
big hair.
Okay, so it's like.
Yes.
Okay.
So you see, so women have different shapes. Like
True.
there's women who will never. You will eat and eat and eat, but you will never have like a big ass. You know what I mean? There's women, you'll eat, you'll never have hips. You know what I mean? It's just like.
Hold
that. Why are you laughing?
Hold that thought. No, it's because it's
dying. Oh yeah. So anyway, I mean, I just my advice to women, young girls, would be just like know how your body looks and just like accept it, because those are things you cannot change about yourself, and be proud. Right now I know everyone is obsessed with like big asses and stuff like that, but like look at 10 years ago, everyone was obsessed with big boobs. Yeah, I grew up as a teenager super insecure. Yeah,
about your boobs.
Yeah, like I used to just tell myself like the minute I turn 18 I'm just going to get surgery. You know what I mean?
Wait,
yeah,
you're actually considering surgery?
100%. Yes.
Okay, so how no and this is also very important, how did you overcome that? What made you just be comfortable in your own body? Because now I know like it's just tricky. I don't see like a lot of people. Some are very confident
Yeah.
But some feel like they really need to
change
to modify like a lot of stuff. Like we'll also talk about complexion.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. So you see, there's so much.
Yeah,
there's so much pressure to have that big ass, big boobs, tiny waist.
Exactly.
So how did you overcome, like, just that thing mentally?
I think
where you said like, okay, now I'm comfortable with my boobs. I love them how they are. I like my hips. But just you overcoming, like,
I think, like, first of all, I will not even lie. It took me a really long time. I think it's honestly, I will say, like, completely overcome it. Like, I never even think about it.
Yeah.
Last year.
You're lying.
Seriously. It got better, but it was always lingering, like, in the back of my head. Like, sometimes I would see a picture and I'm like, like, I kind of wish it. But these days, like,
super comfortable.
I just sat myself down and I told myself, Patricia,
yeah,
this is how you look. This is how you look.
Yeah.
If you cry, if you're sad, you will still, at the end of it, you will still look like this. So I'm like, there's two options. You either you accept it, or you go get surgery.
Yeah.
And the reason, I'm not even like bashing, plastic surgery, but like the reason I wouldn't get it is because I would hate to have a daughter who will be like, how come I don't have big boobs? You know what I mean? Me, I've gotten mine done.
Yeah.
And she has my genetics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what am I going to tell her?
She's just going to be.
Yes. So what will I tell her? You know what I mean? So those are the things. I even thought about, like, my little cousins. What would I tell them?
Yeah.
And those are the things that I was just like, actually, no.
And once you embrace that, you just start.
Yeah, and I think
seeing like other people even admire and see that and they're like, yo.
And then I also like took actual steps to like stop myself, because first of all, it's just accepting that's how you look, and then you have to accept the fact that you don't have to be attractive. If people find you attractive, that's fine, but you actually, it is
at this day and age, you don't think you need to be attractive?
First of all,
I'm not talking because guys we're good, like ladies is where the pressure is.
Attractiveness is such a fleeting and like petty thing to be proud of. You know what I mean? It's like, it's so subjective.
You don't think people
it's
get
volatile.
Jobs because they're pretty?
They shouldn't.
Haven't we talked about stations that are giving people jobs because they're pretty?
Definitely shouldn't.
They shouldn't?
No. Unless you are...
Have you seen news anchors lately? And even the trend of light-skinned news presenters?
They shouldn't. You see, that's a harmful trend.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, first of all, even when you think about attractiveness or being pretty, if we look at, like, what we think is pretty, which is, like, lighter...
I don't think light is pretty.
No, I'm not saying me and you. I'm saying in general. You've just mentioned light-skinned news, whatever. If you think about someone who is
put out
lighter,
there.
yes, something is being put out there. It is a European standard. Like, it's not even a natural African standard of beauty.
Yeah.
It's European, and that has its roots in colonialism and racism.
True.
So we Africans, we need to separate ourselves from those standards and be like, actually, you know what? Natural people who look African are beautiful too.
True.
You know, you
and
with your
pushing like
with
that
your broad nose and like your big lips, yes, and your dark skin and your kinky hair. Like, it's still cute as hell. Like, you don't have to be looking kind of white, you know, to be.
Have you ever felt the pressure to be more light? Because now you know bleaching is taking over. You know
when I was in high school,
What? Wait, so you'd have bleached and got boob surgery? What the hell?
I would have bleached. If I had the choice, if I had access.
If you had access then.
15-year-old Patricia would have bleached and I've gotten my boobs done. Like,
were you ever teased because of the
I would
size
have probably
of your
gotten
boobs?
a nose job. Like,
why?
I was so insecure about my nose. I used to hate it.
Because I'm just trying to think of, okay, first, there you go. You're insecure about your nose, complexion, boobs. I mean, how do you even leave the house?
I'm taking pictures.
You're like, don't take my picture. Don't take my picture. I'll slap you.
Die. You're about to die. Someone moves the camera. You're like, Jehovah, Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
You just get... But anyway, so, I mean, it's accepting those two things.
Yeah.
And my other advice to young girls and women would be follow people on social media who look like you. I cannot emphasize this enough.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Follow people who you think look like you. For me,
so you're saying girls shouldn't follow Kylie Jenner?
If you're not secure with yourself and you want to look like her, I would say unfollow.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
I've seen people trying to do her makeup and try and look like her, and
you can't. You can't. You will be watching YouTube tutorials of, women who have a very small nose and like maybe small lips, and there's a certain way they look, and they'll tell you, oh, contour your nose, You go do it. Your nose is never gonna become small because of makeup. It is still the same.
Wait, do you put on makeup?
Yeah.
Do you put up makeup today?
Just my eyebrows and my mascara and my lip gloss. He's calling me out.
No. I'm just saying. No. I'm not calling you out.
But like the last time we were together, I had a full face. Like I had lashes.
No, but I'm just saying, like, because that's so. It just shows something very different. That even when you came here, and I'm shooting and recording, you're that comfortable. And I can just see, because I'm trying to see if you have. I can't tell if you have or you don't.
It's honestly,
that's what I'm trying to say.
Honestly, the truth is, it's because my makeup is in someone's house. All of it.
No, but you look amazing.
So I was just like,
that. No, you do look amazing. You look amazing. So, I mean, and that's also really important, because there's some people, like, if they're not putting makeup, they're not on camera. They're not leaving the house.
Yeah, and let me tell you, it's just like.
Yeah.
Let me just finish my point about following people.
Okay.
Yeah, so just follow people who look like you, because watching people that look like you be confident and like living their lives and enjoying themselves and enjoying their bodies and taking unfiltered pictures, it'll empower you subconsciously or consciously. It'll empower you.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I unfollowed so many people, like not even in a bad way. I loved their content. They're very talented makeup artists or like whatever. But I was like, every time I scroll past, I just feel bad subconsciously. You don't even notice that you're feeling bad, but
you just feel like you're getting
it'll just
stressed
be
out,
in the back of your head. You're not seeing anyone who looks like you, who you find attractive.
Yeah.
So
you actually
that is reinforcing
that you're not
yes,
even
it's just
attractive.
Reinforcing your insecurities. But once you take those steps, I think you'll have a better social media experience and you'll be confident. Now these days, I can look at, or actually, and another thing.
Yeah.
I know this is gonna be a bit controversial,
tell me.
If you're insecure about, especially like your facial features, stop using filters. Stop it.
Oh, listen.
Stop it. Let me tell you, I used to be, dependent on Snapchat filters. Like it was even like.
You have to take a picture on Snapchat
and then post it on Instagram.
Swipe, send to Instagram.
Exactly. And every time I was on Snapchat, there was this like car filter that was like, it made like your face a bit smaller. First of all, I already have a really small face, so I don't know what I was doing. But it makes your face smaller, and then it makes your nose smaller. Yeah. And like, just like your face just looks like kind of like...
I can imagine how crazy that is. These are filter that's been made to alter your face so that you think so this is how...
Look like these fucking white people.
Yeah.
Are you all normal?
No, but that's crazy because actually...
Are we still being colonized? Like, what are you guys doing?
It makes no sense to me.
Unless you're very comfortable and confident with yourself. If you feel like if you take a picture and you feel weird and you look at that picture and you're like, I wish I had a filter, or if you go on Snapchat and you can't post a picture without filtering it, stop. Just delete the app. Don't even delete your account. Just get off it.
Because it's already messing with you psychologically.
Get off it for a few months and just get used to your face. Because like when I decided to stop using Snapchat, and I opened Instagram for the first time, like Insta story, and I opened the camera, I was just like, whoa, what the hell? Like, I'm not gonna post this.
What is this?
But then I thought to myself, I'm like, but that's your face. Like, that's how you look. You know?
I'm sure even
what is the point of looking a certain way on social media, and yet we will see you in real life and...
True.
You will not be looking like that?
True that.
So what is the point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like even for me, that's why like if you see my Instagram, I just Like even if somebody doesn't know me, if they meet me, they already like know me in person, how I look, how I talk. Because I just try and put myself the way I am. I don't try and sell a different image from what you might think. I'm just being myself. It's so important to be comfortable. And I know I have friends who can't even take pictures because they don't even look at themselves in the mirror. They've never seen themselves on a camera. They're not used to it. So they'd be like, no.
No, let me tell you.
That's why. Think about this way. In my podcast, have you seen any guy? I'm inviting guys all the time.
They don't want to come?
How? So that they talk about like their failures and stuff so that more women can say niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. But that's why we're talking about that toxic masculinity.
Y'all ain't shit.
Oh shit. No, but it's gotten to a point where people, like even a lot of guys are not comfortable coming to share like just normal conversations. Like, you know, during this period, I was doing very badly. I'm not where I am right now in life, but I'm still trying to achieve A, B, C, and D.
Yeah.
People are not comfortable talking about such things because like, for me, I just put it all out there. And I think that's the best way to just even just be confident and even just
you just have to be confident. It's true. And I think that's because like we live, especially the achievement thing. I think we live in an era
guy to come in this podcast and say, hey, by the way, I was kicked out because of rent. I don't have a car. I don't have this. I haven't achieved. I'm working to. Everybody wants to come here so that they can talk about their success,
how well they're doing,
and
how
and
good life is.
I don't want to paint that picture because
it's not it's not real.
Because everybody has a journey. You see, like even for you just talked about little things that somebody, if they see your pictures, they wouldn't understand. What do you mean that you're saying that you didn't think your face was pretty? What do you mean that you don't like your boobs? Like there are people obsessed with small boobs, and then they're like, what? You know, you can rock this bikini, you can rock this top, I can wear this, and then you know what I can give to be able to have that kind of body.
I appreciate it now.
Yeah. So now you appreciate yourself in a more different way. But I'm just saying to guys, it's gotten to a point where like they don't really like.
It's true.
Yeah. So I hopefully even in this platform, I try and put on guys who communicate something different.
Yeah.
They understand about how the journey is important. Because as long as you're working towards your goal, I don't understand how it's impossible for you to make it. Because eventually you'll end up winning.
That's true.
Yeah. So I mean, you know,
confidence is key.
Yeah, confidence is key, definitely.
And let me tell you, these people who you look up to, whatever, like them, they're confident in themselves. You know what I mean? So why are you punishing yourself?
Yeah.
Like you should gas yourself, be confident in yourself. If you don't, no one will, and you will just be miserable.
Actually, if there's one message that you should pick from them, is the confidence, right?
Exactly.
And run with it.
Yo. Be confident.
Be a bit cocky with
and just
what
remember,
you're doing.
Social media is a lie.
It's not real though. It's not real.
Social media is just like the good days. No, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't really. Okay, like
even for me, to be honest,
like,
you know.
I wouldn't post like you wouldn't find me like crying on social media. So,
even me. Do you know how much I cry? Like.
Okay, no, I don't cry.
No, I'm a crybaby.
You do?
Yeah, I'm a crybaby.
You cry a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, not over like niggas.
How many times do you think you? Okay, now we know why you cry first of all.
No.
How many
but for real, like I cry if I'm
okay.
frustrated. Even like with school. Oh gosh, I
you just get home and then start.
And I'm just like, I'm not understanding.
Listen, if you cry, you just wait till you get to Kenya School of Law.
I feel like I can cry even in the office. Me. But no one will see.
So anyway, you know, we've had a really good discussion, and what I know that's for sure, you say this is your first time doing a podcast, doing something like this, proper, with a radio feel. So now you see even, like actually after this, you're actually qualified to work in energy radio.
Yo, if you guys want to give me a job, seriously.
Hey, reach out.
I'm broke.
Tell them to cut the check.
And
but you know. Yeah. So that's it, guys. I mean, where can guys find you and, you know, all that stuff? Get all these diet plans for weight gain. If you want to have like big hips, a big ass.
Or just follow my Instagram.
Hair tips. You do makeup as well?
No.
What do you have on your hair?
It's artificial dreads.
Okay, but they look nice.
Thanks.
It's a fly. Super fly. So I'll put her links for her Instagram. I'll put her Instagram link. Make sure you follow her. We've done one review with her. A really nice food review for, where was it? Was that
Tamambo,
yeah.
Tamambo and Karen.
They call me back. I hope we're gonna do something for them. Yeah, they wanna do some, I don't know whether I can mention it, but some seafoods and stuff. Let's hope that goes through. We can definitely go back and do something. But yeah, so thanks for watching another episode. I'll put links to SoundCloud, iTunes, where else? Facebook, Instagram. Make sure you follow all the links, download, share, and hopefully we'll get to see Patty next time again. You want to be in another episode?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah. Want to destroy this breakfast now?
This was interesting. Thanks for having me.
Hey. No, thanks for showing up. For a minute there, I thought she was not going to show up.
He's going to talk about this for the rest of his life. Do you know I waited for you for like half an hour?
What?
At Tamambo. You don't remember?
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, so
and then you were like,
but
did I gonna leave?
Yeah, I did. I did. But like I said, I don't let people spoil my day. So I would definitely, but at least you communicated. You said, I'm going to be late, but I'll show up. So that's all that matters.
Yes.
So yeah, make sure you watch the Kisscapades podcast. This was episode number 7, I think. 7 or 8? 7, 8. I'll just confirm. I'll just put the link. I'll do all the writings and stuff on the bio, on the video, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, SoundCloud, iTunes, all those platforms. They will be available. You can listen to an audio version or watch the video version. If you want to get fashion tips from Patty, hey.
I'm not a fashion guru.
Okay. So you say. No, but weren't you catwalking on a catwalk? Was it a fashion thing?
Yeah, it was a brand launch, so they had like a fashion show to showcase their product.
You dress proper, have that swag.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I think I'm stylish by my standards.
You're doing okay?
By my standards, yeah.
Yeah, so that's it, guys. Thanks, Patty, for coming through.
No worries.
And thanks, of course, definitely for Art Cafe for the space. Breakfast. We're about to go and do the munch down.
Ham.
Yeah, on the breakfast. Let's do this.
Okay.
Peace out, guys. See you next time.